All right, folks, going to take us into our last game of the week, which is going to be 12th ranked Utah on the road against 14th ranked Oklahoma State at 4 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. The ESPN FPI has Oklahoma State at 60%, but the TBD model has Utah by 7, which we all know Utah's a really good team if Cam Rising's playing. And the official spread has Utah by 1.5. I think this one will be really fun on Saturday afternoon. It's a battle of 2-3-0 teams. Glad I'm not picking first. Mason, who you got?
This one's tough, me and Joey were talking about this one a little bit earlier, and I don't think it'll be so tough for him. But for me, it's tough, right? You have Utah, who has some pretty dominant wins against Utah State and whoever SUU is, FCS school, obviously. Is that Southern Utah University, I guess? Yeah, sure, them. But their best win being against a Power 5 team and Baylor winning 23-12. Now, once again, Utah has had issues at the quarterback position injury thing with Cam Rising once again. So is he going to be in this game? Is he available? And for how long? That's the question. However, Oklahoma State, pretty dominant against Tulsa, but it's Tulsa. And then they got taken to the wire by freaking Arkansas. Now, that was at Arkansas, and you can say that was a trap game, but I don't really think so. I think that's just, Now, Oklahoma State, they do have Ollie Gordon III. But you know what? He hasn't been doing as much as I thought he would do this year early. He was projected to be, really fast, really great right out of the gate, and he's been held a lot. Now, that might be defensive scheming against that, sure, but he really hasn't done much. So if Cam Rising is playing, you've got a guy who's already thrown for 7 touchdowns this season against Bowman, who's thrown for 8 touchdowns and with 967 yards and 2 interceptions. You do have Ollie Gordon, obviously. You have Bernard at Utah, who's been carrying the ball. He hasn't scored many touchdowns, but he's been carrying the ball 274 yards. That's actually more total yards than Ollie Gordon has this season. He has 4 touchdowns. Receiving yards, we have Stanley at Utah, 155 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Stribling, 295 yards with 2 touchdowns. I really think this one's going to come down to defense. Who can stop the run on both sides, and who can cover the pass well. Obviously, that's what a lot of games come down to. But which offense can perform the best? Which defense can perform the best? And, dude, this is so freaking hard. Give me the Utes in this one, man. I'm not confident at all in this. But, yeah, give me the Utes. If Cam Rising is healthy, he's going to throw all over them. I think you have a more experienced quarterback here. If you stop Ollie Gordon, you stop Oklahoma State. You force them to go to other places, other running backs, other receivers. So give me Utah in a close one.
So, Mason, I hope what I'm about to say boosts your confidence a little bit more in your pick. Who is one of our favorite running backs within the past few seasons that we've recorded?
Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard. What school did Chuba Hubbard go to?
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, that's right. And when was the last time we predicted Oklahoma State to win because they had a really good running back and then they fell through, face planted, and disappointed all of us?
2020.
Yeah, all the time. So here's the thing. Utah ends up always stepping up in the big games. Meanwhile, Oklahoma State, as far as I remember us recording TBD, well, what used to be Sportscast and now is college football, Oklahoma State has not performed when they needed to the most. Ollie Gordon's a really good running back. They got really good quarterback play. Their passing game's actually doing really good. It could be that the other defenses are like, fine, beat us in the air, but heck no, we're not giving the Heisman to a running back. It might be that. But, I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it. Just like you, Mason. If it came down to defenses, Utah has the better defense. Who has the better offense? Definitely not Utah, but if Cam Rising's in, then there's a chance. So I also have to go Utah here. I don't trust Oklahoma State. Every time they have a really good running game, they end up not having a really good running game. Then they're kind of like deers in headlights, like they don't know what to do.
So I'm going to be honest. This one started out, I was like, man, Cam Rising's playing. It's going to be the Utes. It's a close game. It's a 1.5 point spread. I still feel that way. I've got the Utes in this one. I think that Utah, I almost want to go to Oklahoma State because it's a home game for them. but I just couldn't do it. Utah always seems to play well. One of my I guess I'll use the word quaint memories of college football season is turning on like an 11 p.m. Pac-12 game and you just see Utah on the screen. It's a road game Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock. Yeah, I think it's a TBD triple pick. I've got Utah in this one. I think if you slate on the running game, listen, you can have a good running back. Sure, have at it. But if that's all you have, having a leading quarterback goes a lot further than having a leading running back. If you don't believe that's true, look at the 49ers on Sunday. Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. I'm not trying to trash him. I like him. But, I think it's going to go a lot further. Cam Rising's a good quarterback. Utah's a good team. And I think they cover. It's a 1.5 point spread. That's not hard. So, yeah, I like Utah in this one on Saturday.